Well, today we'll be previewing the Cleveland Browns, the Minnesota Vikings, and we'll be talking about the Jacksonville Jaguars and their holdouts, MJD and Justin Blackmon. First, Cleveland Browns. The Cleveland Browns finished 4th place, last in the division in the AFC North division at 4-12. They had the 3rd pick in the NFL draft, where they selected Trent Richardson. They also had the 22nd pick in the first round and selected Brandon Wheaton. Cleveland offensively has added more talent. They've added more talent, but they still have question marks at wide receiver and are getting older at tight end. Their offensive line is pretty good, but the rest of the team, or the rest of the offensive unit, is questionable. Defensively, they have a young corner in Joe Hayden, who is a guy a lot of people are very high on. I am one of those people. I feel like their defense could be this year maybe a top 10 defense, but they're not going to win a lot of games because offensively they're going to struggle with a rookie quarterback and rookie running back. They have a lot of young players offensively, but I feel like they're going to struggle. I expect them to be maybe 5-11 to 6-10. Next, we'll be previewing Minnesota. The Minnesota Vikings finished in last place in the NFC North at 3-13. They had selected Christian Ponder in the 2011 NFL Draft. He was injured multiple times last year, and he missed a few games. Christian Ponder, he suffered 2 concussions this year, which that is a big red flag if you're a Minnesota fan. Also, Adrian Peterson tore his ACL late in the season. And without Adrian Peterson, I think this team is going to struggle. And once again, they finished 3-13. In the 2012 draft, they selected Matt Khalil with the 4th pick in the draft, and Harrison Smith with the 29th pick. Matt Khalil will help solidify the left tackle position for the next 10 years. Harrison Smith is a guy they drafted from Notre Dame who will help their secondary, which has been aging and has really underproduced for them. I guess means to their defense, Jared Allen is getting a little bit older, and I think Jared Allen might not have a lot left in him. He might have a good 2 or 3 years left in him. So they should be looking to try to find another pass rusher to maybe replace him. I think their season will really kind of depend on how healthy Adrian Peterson is. I think if he is healthy from the beginning of the season to the end and is playing like Adrian Peterson, they could finish with maybe 6 or 7 wins at the best. But without him healthy, I think they maybe win 3 or 4 games again. Next, we're going to talk about the Jacksonville Jaguars and the holdouts they've had this offseason. First, Maurice Jones-Drew. Maurice Jones-Drew is holding out of training camp with the Jacksonville Jaguars for a new contract extension. He currently has 2 years and about $10 million left on his contract he signed a few years ago. I think they need to re-sign him. He accounted for 50% of their offense last year. And without him offensively, I feel Blaine Gabbert will really struggle. Blaine Gabbert's a guy they need to really take his next step, or they might need to change quarterbacks. Last year he was horrendous, and he struggled. I think Tim Tebow might have had a better completion percentage than him. And he's a guy they really need to step up and start producing for them, or they might have to draft a quarterback coming up in the 2013 NFL draft. And then you get to Justin Blackmon, which also hurts Blaine Gabbert. They have not got Justin Blackmon into camp yet. They need to get him into camp. They have Laurent Robinson and Mercedes Lewis. But those are really the only 2 other options they have offensively. They're going to need to get Blackmon unsigned. For Blackmon to be unsigned at this point, getting into training camp, is really, I would consider it unacceptable, considering he can only make about a certain amount of money, and this most likely is going to be about the final year of his contract, and whether it's guaranteed or not, and just some language in the contract is really holding this up, or if it's just him not wanting to play for him, we don't really know. But for him not to be signed, that is not a good sign if you're a Jacksonville Jaguars fan. All right, so really, Jacksonville Jaguars, defensively, I think they'll be fine, but they're really going to be hurting offensively if they don't get these 2 guys in the camp within the next week. All right, thanks for listening, and thanks for listening, and subscribe, like, comment, and tell me what you think about the Vikings, Cleveland, and Jacksonville this upcoming season.